We've got Vamsi Kumar, Group Business Head, Reliance Commercial Finance, joining us. Vamsi, hi, welcome to the show. So, how's the Delhi or Mumbai, I should say Mumbai rains treating you?
Oh, it's raining. It's just that it's not raining houses.
It's not raining houses, but it's raining home loans. None of the home loan businesses are doing badly. In fact, it's just that from high value, it's become probably more medium value loans, but the loan portfolio is growing for all companies. All right, let's start with the Q&A session. We've got Shrikant Bhatia from Noida joining us. Shrikant, hi, go ahead.
I have a shortlisted project in Noida. The total cost with registry in coming out to be approx 1.10 crores. Our total income is 2.4 lakh per month. How much is the loan eligibility? We have a car loan of 15,000 rupees, which bank is offering at the cheapest rate. In how many days can the loan be processed? I wanted to know.
In how many? Okay, these are some really important questions. Vamsi, over to you. 1.10 is his requirement, or total cost at least. Income, he says, is 2.5 lakhs per month. I'm thinking there should be a reasonable gap. So, how much can he get and the cheapest rate?
From an income perspective and a financial eligibility perspective, he definitely will qualify for a loan to purchase a 1.1 crore home. However, there are certain regulations and the loan to value, the extent of loan that we can give on a particular value is actually guided by RBI their NHB regulations. Now, as per the regulations, for any home which is of more than 1 crore, the maximum loan that we can extend is 75%. So technically, it means that the gentleman is eligible for about a 77 lakh home loan. Wherein the registry value is 1.1, and 1.1 when he says registry value, it includes all kinds of registration. So therefore, that would also be considered as the market value of the home, and on that 75% is what he will be eligible. From an income perspective, I think it's very comfortable, assuming that he has enough amount of service. The tenure can be linked to the kind of service that he still has left. So, based on which he can approach any of the home financiers. The second part that he has asked was the kind of interest rates. On such kind of home loans, the current ongoing interest rates, they are in the range of anything between 9.6 to 9.7 from various financiers, but that's the kind of interest rates which he can probably negotiate better based on his liability relationship that he has with his bankers. As far as the sanctioning process is concerned, the financial eligibility and everything to do with the financial eligibility, that can be done in a period of about 7 days. However, he needs to keep in mind that there would be some time that would be taken in terms of evaluating the legal and technical aspects of the home itself. In case if it's already a project which is already approved by a reputed financier, then the home loan through that financier becomes that much easier, because all the legal and technical aspects of the home have already been appraised and approved by the respective financier.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
Home buying.
You've actually answered all the questions. You're saying, Shrikant, your A on your salary, the loan should not be a difficult issue. So 77 lakhs is what you can assume to get. The rate you can negotiate is 9.6, isn't it? 9.6 to 9.7, and 7 days to 15 days. But having experienced getting a home loan myself, it does take up to 30 days. It will take up to 30 days. So keep that margin in, because there's lots of paperwork back and forth, and we ourselves, home loan borrowers, tend to get lazy. We take a couple of days to provide what the bank needs. So Vamsi, it's not always, 7 days is ideal, but I know that 30 days is
the
what
ideal time. Yeah, but 7 days is the time when the right documents have been received by the bank.
Absolutely.
It's 7 man days.
7 man days. Okay. So for Shrikant, we can tell him that, okay, get in touch with the right bank and then hope that in 30 days everything will get cleared. Okay, here's another question. Yogesh Dutt has written in, and he says, we have a plot of 200 square yards on which we need to build a house. Do we get a loan for construction? How much can a bank fund for constructing the house, considering my income is about 50,000 rupees a month and my wife does private coaching and earns 25,000 rupees a month? What do you think, Vamsi? How much should he be able to get?
Oh, he would, considering that the family income is almost about 75,000 rupees, he would comfortably get a loan for the construction. Since the land as well as the constructed property, everything becomes a security as far as the bank is concerned. And based on the phase of construction, the loans get released. I mean, you are sanctioned a particular value, and based on the phase of the construction, the loans keep on getting released, and the repayment starts once the entire construction is done. This is the standard procedure. And assuming that again, one of the missing points is the what is the kind of service that he has. If he's a salaried employee, then the loan gets extended till his retirement age. If it's a self-employed, typically 65-year age is the age till which the tenure is fixed. So comfortably he would get based on the leftover service or the 65-year age bracket. He would get a loan anything between 34 lakhs to about 40 lakhs. Because the loan is dependent on the kind of tenure that he chooses. The lower the tenure, the lower the loan value, because the loan value is fixed based on the cash flow that he has on a monthly basis.
Okay.
It's a function of that.
You know, in India, because we are so...
34 lakhs?
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Do you complete? Then I just had another question, follow-up, which essentially meant that what would you recommend? Suppose, let's assume that he's eligible for 20 years loan. In India, there's this inherent aversion to taking a longer period debt. But when you look at all the economics and the rationality of it, for young people, it actually makes sense to extend it to the longest period that a housing finance company is willing to give them. Isn't that correct?
Correct, that is right, and it's always better because you have even tax sobs. So if you are a salaried employee, irrespective of whether you are salaried or self-employed, you get a loan. If you take a home loan, you get a lot of tax benefits as well. And the longer the period, the better it is to manage your monthly cash flows. And as long as you are sure that at some point of time you get a hefty bonus from your existing employers, you always can repay the loan because you do not have any kind of a penalties or those sort of stuff in home loans, because those have been done away with almost about 2 years back by the regulators. So you have the flexibility to manage your entire home loan at any point of time. So you can fix a longer tenure and start prepaying it much in advance itself. So that's something which any home loan buyer should look for.
Sign up for the longest tenure, and then you're always free to actually return the money faster if you do get big bonuses. Okay. We're hoping that with the economy turning around, those big bonuses that you're talking about become a reality. Okay. Tell us, Vamsi, with your extensive experience, where do the buyers go wrong? I mean, in terms of paperwork or formalities involved, what is it that if they just did 3-4 things right, then they wouldn't have a problem in getting their home loan sanctioned?
Yeah, see, many a times, particularly first-time buyers, the maximum delay or the maximum hazards that they face is that fact that they are not aware as to what all goes behind sanctioning a home loan. There is a lot of process now, because they are not acquainted with the kind of process that happens within the HFCs or with the banks. A lot of times it becomes a lot of, there are hazards that get created, and it is important for any home loan buyer when they are going in for to check on certain basic requirements basis which they can keep all their documentation and other things ready. This awareness levels is something which you will have to obviously go to your friendly neighborhood bank, or probably if you have a salary account with you, whoever is your banker, anybody may be able to easily help you out with what sort of documentation required and what sort of homes, because there are the documentation varies from an apartment to the documentation that you have for an individual bungalow, and the documentation that you have for a home which you are buying it in, say, a village. The documentation varies from each types of these asset categories, and so therefore it is very important that the customer is first aware as to what he wants to purchase and also articulates this properly to his own banker. So and there are certain standard set of jargon that he needs to be aware of, so that he knows what to check for and how to bargain or negotiate with his own financiers when he goes for a home loan.
Okay, give us some tips for bargaining. I think that's the best takeaway for all our viewers. Pitch a couple of housing finance companies and banks against each other.
No, today it is such a product that there is no scope for home loans. In fact, the customer is the king over there. So, as I told you, the element of interest rate ranges between 9.6 to 9.0. You're talking about a 0.1%, a 10 basis points differential between a bank to bank. So the game now is on how for all the finance companies, it's more to do with the kind of service that they extend and the kind of easy and convenience that it is to take a home loan. So basis which the customer can make the right choices.
Vamsi Kumar, pleasure to have you with us to take all our home loan questions and explain what we should get right to make sure that home loan comes through quickly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.